Yo, what's good people? You're through to Else at TvKO. Thank you for watching. Just finished watching the press conference for George Groves versus Callum Smith for the Muhammad Ali Trophy final at super middleweight, which will take place on the 28th of September in the King Abdullah Sports City Arena in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, for the WBC Diamond Belt and the WBA Super Belt at middleweight. Of course, wasn't expecting much in the way of fireworks or any enthralling content from this press conference, and I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't pleasantly surprised, I should say. It was very monotone throughout, mainly due to Callum Smith, who I find a little bit boring, if I'm to be perfectly honest. Very monotone, not much in way of frills and spills from him at all. He's certainly more exciting when he's actually inside the ring. It was more interesting from a George Groves point of view. Being a massive George Groves fan as I am, I was quite interested to hear him speak about the shoulder, which he dislocated in the semi-final against Chris Eubank Jr. Typical sound bites with regards to a fighter that's coming back from a big injury, which was simply, I feel better than ever and it's strong as ever. We hear that a lot, don't we? Just ask David Hay. But hey, I guess we can only wait and see how that pans out. If you know, how strong the shoulder holds up in the actual fight itself. I think that's a big question mark over this fight, and a lot hinges on George Groves' shoulder. For me, if his shoulder is as strong as he says it is, and he's fully recovered, I feel he is the firm favourite going into the fight. I think he's more experienced. In fact, I know he's more experienced. His resume is far better than Callum Smith's, and I think he's a better boxer than Callum Smith, if I'm honest. However, if the shoulder does fail on George Groves and we do not get a fully fit and firing George Groves, remember, for years there's been question marks over his fitness, then we could see an upset on the 28th. We certainly could. Callum Smith is a very good prospect, and it seems weird to speak of him in those terms, but I guess, to be honest with you, he still is a work in progress. I mean, looking at who he's fought, I struggle for a stellar name on his record. I mean, Rocky Fielding, really, Muhammadi, possibly the best fighter he's gone up against. The two opponents he's fought in this competition has been nothing short of farcical. I'm sure one of the fighters that he fought, the guy in the semi-final, what's his name? I can't even pronounce his name. I'm not even going to attempt it, but I'm sure he was a kickboxer. You know, so certainly there's a point to prove for Callum Smith. It's a case of, well, how good are you? You're coming up against one of the best boxers at super middleweight in the world right now, a guy who's in super form at the moment in time, and a guy for me I don't see him beating. But strange things have happened. On a side note to this fight, the fact that it's actually in Saudi Arabia is also quite puzzling. Of course, we have two Brits. It would have surely been more fan friendly to have held it in a London arena or somewhere up north, just wherever it would have been. As long as it was in the UK, would have made perfect sense. It's very similar to the semi-final between Groves and Eubank, where essentially you had a fight between two Southerners, and they held it in the north of England. So I think, you know, if I had to have a little moan, it would certainly be at some of the planning that's gone ahead in this tournament. It's been a bit puzzling. I don't really understand that at all. But hey, I guess it is what it is. Yeah, but I'm certainly adding this fight to my list of fights that I'm looking forward to for the rest of this year. It should be a very interesting watch for as long as it lasts. I can't see anyone going down early or being put to sleep. I think it will be a battle of the minds and a battle of the wills, and I think it will go the full 12 rounds. As for a prediction, as previously stated in this video, for me it all hinges on the shoulder of George Groves. I think if we see a fully fit and firing George Groves, then I think he will be the winner of this tournament, and deservedly so in my opinion as well. And hopefully that will lead on to a super fight at some point next year. Let's wait and see. George Groves was in fine form, unlike Callum Smith. Always interested to listen to George Groves. He was typically confident and clever with his answers some of the questions that was posed. But anyway, guys, that's just my 2 pence on this fight. I certainly can see George Groves winning this fight by decision, quite comprehensively as well, as long as his shoulder holds up. But what do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. Who do you see winning this fight? Am I being a bit harsh on Callum Smith? Yeah, leave it in the comments below, guys. I'll be very interested to hear the opinion on this fight. As I'm a bit of a George Groves fanboy, I'm a little bit biased, so it'd be good to get some different opinions on this one. But guys, that's me for now. I'm Els, it's TvKO, and guess what? I'm out of here. Later.